Breaking news. The United States Senate just passed one of the most important crypto bills in American history, and barely anyone's talking about it. It's called the Genesis Act, and it's about to reshape the future of stablecoins, digital money, and crypto regulations in the United States. In this video, we're breaking it all down. What the Genesis Act is, why it's such a big deal, how it impacts you as an investor or crypto builder, and what controversial details you hadn't heard in the headlines. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Let's start at the top. Genesis stands for Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins. Basically, it's the first serious federal law aimed directly at stablecoins. Stablecoins are digital currencies that are backed one-to-one by real-world assets, usually the US dollar. Think of the coins like USDT or USDC or PayPal USD or newer ones you may not even have heard of yet. They power DeFi, cross-border payments, crypto savings, and more. But until now, there's been no real US law that tells companies how to issue them safely or legally. That's what the Genesis Act is here to change. Let's look at what the bill actually says. First, stablecoins must be backed 100%. That means for every coin issued, the company has to hold a matching amount in cash or US Treasury bills. No more gambling with your stablecoin reserves. Second, monthly audits are required. Every issuer must hire an independent auditor and release public reports showing proof of reserves. Third, federal regulators step in. Issuers will be overseen by the Federal Reserve, the OCC, and the FDIC, like the actual banks. Finally, the act includes anti-money laundering and terrorism protections. Companies must screen users and monitor suspicious activities. This makes stablecoins harder to abuse for crime and more legitimate in the eyes of regulators. So why does it matter? Because for the first time ever, the US is giving crypto a federal green light. This isn't just about rules, it's about opening the floodgates for adoption. It gives investors confidence. It gives companies a playbook, and it positions the US as a serious competitor in the global crypto innovation. The bill passed the Senate on June 17, 2025. Final vote, 68 to 30. It was one of the most bipartisan crypto votes ever. 18 Democrats joined the Republicans in support. Why, you may ask? Republicans see it as pro-innovation. Moderate Democrats say it offers just enough protection. It's rare to see DC agree on anything these days, but when it comes to regulating crypto, the tide is clearly turning. Now here's where it gets spicy. Big companies are already lining up. PayPal launched its own stablecoin. Visa and MasterCard are running stablecoin pilots. Banks like JP Morgan are tokenizing assets. Amazon and Walmart are rumored to be exploring digital payments. This bill gives them regulatory clarity, and when the rules are clear, big money follows. There's controversy, and it's real. Let's talk about it. Two major concerns. First, the Trump family connection. There's a growing attention on a company called World Liberty Finance. They're promoting a stablecoin, USD1, and they reportedly have ties to the Trump family and inner circle. Now here's the kicker. The Genesis Act blocks members of Congress from launching stablecoins, but it doesn't block the president or the family. That's raising red flags among ethics watchdogs. Second, consumer protections. Progressive senator like Elizabeth Warren argue that the bill doesn't go far enough. She says it lacks privacy safeguards, emergency stop mechanisms, guardrails for systematic risks. In other words, she thinks it favors the banks and corporations and leaves consumers out in the cold. So what's next? The bill now heads to the House of Representatives. If the House passes it, which is likely, it could be signed into law before the August recess. From there, we could see licensing and implementation start as early as Q1 2026. And yes, real regulated stablecoins on the market within months. Let's zoom out. The Genesis Act may focus on stablecoins, but it impacts hit all of crypto. It paves the way with federal crypto frameworks, institutional adoption, U.S. leadership in digital finance. It could even influence how we regulate Bitcoin and Ethereum, tokenized securities, CBDCs, and digital wallets. This bill is a foundation, not a finish line. And now the US is finally in the race. Here's what I see coming. Circle, Coinbase, PayPal, and the banks will compete to issue the most trusted stablecoin. Retail giants will adopt stablecoin payments in shopping, streaming, even payroll. DeFi will evolve to connect with licensed, compliant stablecoins. And lawmakers will start eyeing Ethereum, Bitcoin, and altcoins for similar frameworks. This is just the beginning. So here's the bottom line. The Genesis Act is the first major step toward real U.S. crypto regulations. Some call it smart, others call it dangerous. But the one thing that's for sure, the era of the Wild Wild West in stablecoins is ending. The question now is, what did this bring legitimacy or lock crypto into corporate control? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want a deep dive on the digital dollar project or how the Genesis Act affects your crypto bag, make sure to subscribe because we're covering it all. This is DatzCrypto. Stay smart, stay decentralized.